Afternoon, people. Afternoon. So we've got a catch-up race tonight from last week's team versus team. Yes, I have only just got round to it, but I am going to crack on with this one before tonight's round. It's only the right thing to do. So no qualifying because it doesn't record qualifying. So what we're going to do is run through the grid order, jump into race one, and then jump straight into race two. So let's just pull that back up. There we go. So let's run through the grid order. I need to change cameras up a little bit because it does block out the drivers. Jambu taking pole position then in the qualifying session, leaving, I don't know what kind of gap he's got. I didn't actually see the race myself. Like I say, I didn't have internet last week, and still not got computer either. So there's a big hole where that should be at the minute. It's being looked at. MRC Bobby then taking second place in the BMW. Potter McPot taking third. Also BMW driver. We've got RV Motorsport, one of the CRT racers. He's in the Mercedes AMG. Chrome Dix in the BMW Z4. We've got Diablo also in a Z4. Great big dark smoker smashed on the back of that. Pav in the BMW M6. We've got Silver Carter in another Mercedes. Shadow Rail Mercedes, the AMG, a popular car. MRC Buddy in the Aston. We've got Nick in the Mercedes, another CRT, yeah. And Purzel, he's in the Ferrari in 12th. MRC Dangly Balls in 13th in the eye bleeding liveried Ford GT. So this is the team versus team race. It's I don't know how many. It's 9 laps first race. Last season it was timed, and I keep forgetting that it's now by laps. So we've got 9 laps around Tokyo. Awkward little track, absolutely no runoff, very unforgiving, steel or concrete, regardless of what happens. If you get it wrong, there's some breakage going to happen. Damage is on heavy, so it will mean a trip to the pits if they get it all wrong. Some awkward turns in this one. 4 different sim racing groups. We've got MRC CRT Racing, which are the Charlatan race team. We've got Next Gen, and we've got SimFX drivers. There are 2 lobbies of this. Adey Gee commentates over the Pro-Am lobby. You are watching the pros with me tonight. But stick around for later on. We have got the next round of this one coming right up at 8:30, so don't miss out on that. So let's jump to the front and kick this first race off. No points for you guys either tonight. So we're just waiting for the lights to go. Let me change the camera up a little bit here so they're away. Didn't see the lights. Good start by Jambu though. He's not had a bad season, promoted from Pro-Ams last season. He's had a great start. He's pulled a bit of a gap over MRC Bobby in second already in the Ferrari. Bobby slowly closing in now though. Just gaining a touch of slipstream. So in the wet tonight as well. It's going to cause some more fun as we head down these, one of the longest straights in the game I believe. It's got some awkward turns, so let's just watch as they head into. So that we can't even see anything due to the spray. Jambu then coming through turn 1, keeps it off the wall. All drivers have pretty much kept it clean into turn 1. They have, so Jambu then still out front. MRC Bobby has closed right back up on him though. Burnt Fry, evening, afternoon, yeah, just catching up with last week's race. Jambu then holding his own in that Ferrari. MRC Bobby second. Motorsport up into third as well. He's got Potter McPot pretty close. He's got Potter losing a place already. Big smashing into the wall there, coming out of the exit at that turn. Diablo on his tail as well, both riding in the Z4. So Diablo then getting past Chrome Dix there. It's difficult to see what's going on with the spray and all the different names on screen. So it's not the best for camera angles in this place because the walls are so tight. There's only so many places they can stick the cameras. It's a little bit tight to the track and the cars, so it can be a bit awkward for me to see what's going on. so we can actually try and see what's going on as they hit this long start finish straight. Perzel then, Jambu still leading this race. I'd say this is a ridiculously long straight down here. Jambu doing anything he can to try and drop the toe from Bobby. Has just clipped the wall though, that's going to allow Bob to slowly close in on him. BMW Z4 coming at him. Bob's managed to make a bit of a gap from third place Potterman Pot, who's managed to get back past RV Motorsport, so we are still on board with Jambu, watching MRC Bobby come through. Where is he? He's already passed. So Z4 then at top end speed, has just got it. Jambu tries to get him back under braking though. Bob's got the inside line into this turn. Takes that P1. This camera angle is no good, it just doesn't allow me to see anything with the spray. So MRC Bobby then taking the lead of this race. Jambu then holding on to second. Pav, evening mate, how you doing? Good burn fry. Little clip of the wall there again for Jambu. So losing a bit more time to Bobby in front. Potterman Pot then slowly closing in on him as well in the M6. Sponsored by Team Oliver Racing tonight, this series. So a big shout out to Michael and Stuart for their help in this. Also sponsored by XI Energy, Thrustmaster, GT Amiga, Joyce Designs and David Appleby Engineering. To see what's going on really with these dodgy camera angles. So RV Motorsport in fourth, then lost a bit of time to Potterman Pot. He's got a bit of space behind him to Pav in fifth. So coming down to this hairpin now, awkward little corner. So all the guys on the wet tyres are intermediates. I'd have thought they're all out on the wets in this kind of weather. Pav taking it very tentatively around that hairpin. You can see he's only got to take a little press on the gas a little bit early, and the tail end of that, these cars are going to come spinning round on you. All rear wheel drive, the GR3s. Getting through there cleanly at the minute. Chrome Dick's now at the back of the pack. So Bobby then, let's have a look at his lead. He's pulled about a second over Jambu, if not more. Jambu now coming under masses of pressure from Potterman Pot. Now this long start finish straight passes in the slipstream. Is the M6 as quick as the Z4? Maybe Potter just backed out of that one, so you can actually see his braking point. Top three now, probably a good couple of seconds over fourth, RV Motorsport. Driver out on the wet tyre as well, holding a little bit of front end damage as RV. So that will be affecting him down that long straight. So when they get to absolute full tilt down there, you'll start to feel a bit of a wobble. It won't be quite as smooth and fast as some of these other cars. Pav then fifth. Got a bit of a gap to RV Motorsport in front. Perzel in sixth. So this is father and son Perzel and Jambu. Perzel also promoted from Pro-Ams last season, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong, people. Seventh then, not that far off Perzel. Shadow Realm in the background as well. Mercedes a popular car in this series. I do like it myself, it's car to drive. Nick H 1993 in ninth, then another Mercedes driver. RC Dangly Balls in the Ford GT. Thank God for the spray, we can't see that livery Dangly Balls, thank you. 10th at the minute. Quite long laps as well these, 2:15s for MRC Dangly Ball. We'll flick through and have a look at some of the drivers at the front, see what sort of times they're putting in. So Diablo in 11th then. Got about a second and a half, 2 seconds to Dangly Balls in front, still in a position to catch up with him. We know the Z4's quick. Chrome Dick's then into 13th, MRC Buddies then pushed down into Chrome Dick's in 12th, MRC Buddy in 13th. Not sure what's happened to Buddy. of that Aston just trying to get loose when he's trying to put the power down. So back up to the front then. MRC Bobby still got a bit of a gap over Jambu in second. He put in a 2:10 then. So a little bit quicker than Dangly Balls down in 10th. Behind we've got Potter and Potts and Jambu fighting out for second place. Potter not quite able to get the job done into that first turn. Sort of almost double apexed hairpin at those kind of speeds. Be careful, there's absolutely no runoff in this track. It's just a brick wall or a concrete barrier. So top three then pulled a massive great gap from RV Motorsports now. 2.5, 3 seconds at least. Not more than that. So, still in 5th then, but he is closing up with RV Motorsport in front. Jambu hot on his tail. Screaming Ferrari, it does look nice, it does sound nice as well. Realm in 7th, being closed down by Silver Carter then for that position. About halfway through this race at the minute. 4 laps of 9. Just about to start lap 5. So Silver Carter closing up massively on Shadow Realm there, then coming into that hairpin. All drivers out on the wet tyre. Nick in 9th then, being closed down by Diablo. Diablo's also got himself back past Dangly Balls. Just clipping a wall somewhere, then Dangly Ball through that squiggly section. There's a bit of speed, Diablo through. Purcell now into the pits. Purcell in the pits. Something. So then Bobby holding the lead, still pulled a bit of a gap from Potter now. Potter got himself past Jambu down that start-finish straight. He was looking dangerous the lap before. He's got the job done this time. He's got to fend an NGR Jambu off another 4 laps. So the rears on these cars looking a little bit worn out. Front's not looking too bad at all. It's flipped to MRC Bobby's. His rears have taken a bit of a battering as well. Still quite a lot of life on them though. Just keeping an eye on some brown fizzy pop. So Potter then. A bit of a gap from Jambu now. Can he close up on MRC Bobby in front? Oh, Bobby losing the tail of that BMW round there. It's going to slow him down a little bit. Ultimate Pot still coming up race pace. Jambu lost a bit more time to Potter. So Bobby around this hairpin. He's going to be real careful around there now after losing the tail end of that Mercedes, BMW, apologies. Closing up on MRC Bobby in front. So he's still got a fair old gap at the minute. So we've got 3 more laps to try and fend him off. Jambu's coming back at Potter as they come down this start-finish straight. He's managed to get the job done as well. Past Potter and Pot then. Just a great exit out of the hairpin. So into turn 1. Jambu's turn to attack Bobby then. So they are closing in on Bobby slightly. Jambu drifting that Ferrari. It's starting to struggle to go around these corners now. Pot also struggling a tiny little bit. To RV Motorsport, 5 or 6 seconds now, if not more than that. Just see the spray of RV Motorsport's car there as Pav comes around the corner. There he is. So Pav's now got a target to chase down. He's looking at 4th position before the end of this race. On lap 6 of 9. Silvercar looking to 6th then, got past an F4 Shadow Realm. He's driving the AMG Mercedes. Then hunting those pair down. He's managed to get himself past Nick H as well, another Mercedes driver. So, yeah, rapidly closing in on the 2 Mercedes in front of him. So Nick H in 9th then. His car's just drifting around these turns now. He's got a bit of space either way. No one really pressuring him from behind currently. Balls in 10th. Again, a little bit of a gap back to Chrome Dixon in 11th. Again, just struggling with that Ford GT. He's holding front end damage, a little bit more front end damage to roll now. Getting rid of tyres on that, worn out. Chrome Dixon in 11th. A bit of a shot at MRC Dangly Boy. You can see him closing up under braking there. Does he outbrake himself a little bit? Losing the tail of that Ford. It's keeping it pretty steady through the exit of that turn. MRC Buddy coming through there as well, getting the power down nicely. Purcell now down at the back of the pack. So Purcell coming in the pits halfway through this race. A fresh set of wets. I think that's helped him one little bit. He's now got 5 or 6 seconds gap, 4 seconds gap to MRC Buddy in front, just about to start lap 7 as well. Work to do for Purcell. So Bobby then leading this race. Nice big gap back to Jamie and Potter. Still fighting it out for 2nd place. So Pav has got past RV now, up into 4th for Pav. So Mercedes just looks a little bit more unstable than this BMW. It's usually the other way around, to be honest. Motorsport catching the wall there as well. That's going to lose him a little bit more time to Pav in front. So in 6, pulling away. Oh, sorry, he's Diablo then come through. He's managed to get past a full Shadow Realm now as well. So Diablo on a storm at the end of this race, taking positions left, right, and centre. Into 7th. He's now got his eye on 6th position Silver Carter. A couple of laps to try and get it done as well. He's looking good at the minute. I think he's just clipped through there though. Yeah, he's pulled a bit of a gap over F4 Shadow. Definitely closing in on Silver Carter as well. So Diablo probably just actually waking up at this point. In Australia to race the wheels here in the UK. Do appreciate that, Diablo. And now piling the pressure on Silver Carter now this start finish straight. He's just in the slipstream realm, just going to stick there rather than swerving about. Close that gap on Silver Carter. Yeah, he's definitely catching a bit of slipstream. Turn 1 then, we're on to lap 8 of 9. Hard on the brakes, closing in on Silver Carter. Oh, drifting the rear end of that BMW. It's going to lose him a bit more time then. Silver Carter pulling off a little bit. Let's go and have a look, see what's happening at the front of the race. But he's got it wrong through the exit of turn 2 into the wall. That's going to allow Diablo to come back at him. The M6 has looked quick through here, I've got to say. Versus these Mercedes at least anyway. Silver Carter, yeah, the BMW just looking a bit more planted through here. Losing the tail low again. See that just have Silver Carter to pull off a little bit, although he's got it wrong on the way into that turn. Right on his tail then coming through here. So, just not quite able to see due to the spray there, Pav. Possibly just catching that barrier. So needs to close up on Silver Carter and stay with him on the exit of the hairpin. He's not done a bad job, he's stayed pretty close. Tail stepping out on that BMW. Bobby, Potter and Jambu head the other way after the hairpin. So hard on the brakes then for Diablo, closing right up on Silver Carter. Slightly outbraked himself, but that's not going to compromise him too much. It does now though, he loses the tail on the exit. So Silver Carter just giving a little bit of breathing room. Catching the wall on the way out for Diablo, that's going to slow him down a tiny bit. Maybe save Silver Carter's hide there. Let's go and see what's happening at the front. Marcy Bobby then, we are on to final lap. That's a long camera angle, isn't it? He's got a great big gap back to second place, Potter but Pot. Potter but Pot got a little bit of a gap to Jambu. Jambu closing up under braking. Potter's got this lap to try and fend him off, hold on to that second position. Jambu just losing the tail of his Ferrari there into turn one. Sliding it out on the exit, as does Potter but Pot. Slightly better exit. Jambu slowly coming back at him down this back half of the track. These guys are way too far back to have a go at MRC Bobby unless he smashes into a wall. It's possible if you look at how slidey these cars are. Yeah, Potter and Pot looking safe for the minute. Bobby just in front. So it would only take Bob to get it wrong into the hairpin or through one of these turns leading up to the hairpin. Potter with Pot or Jambu get through and sneak that position off him. 2 or 3 second gap, really not that much between Potter and Bob at the end of this race. I think Bob was going to disappear down the road. Bobby then looking good for race win in race one. It didn't come out right, that didn't sound like it came out right. So back into the tunnel then. Comes across the line to take the win. Pot then after battling it out pretty much all the race with Jambu takes second. Jambu comes home in third. After having pole position, Pav taking fourth, keeping that position from RV Motorsport. Diablo did get past Silver Carter in the end, then up into sixth. Silver Carter taking fifth. Diablo comes home in sixth then. And Silver Carter seventh. Sherwin comes home eighth. The Mercedes then. Looking a bit too fat and heavy around this track. So we've got Chrome Dicks fighting out with MRC Buddy as they come down to the line. Who's going to win out down here? They are pretty much neck and neck. Oh, Buddy's just taken it. He has. Chrome Dicks then. MRC Buddy taking 9th. Chrome Dicks 10th. Purcell 11th. Nick H is going to come home in 12th. And Dangly Balls then just coming around the final hairpin. GT looking a bit of a handful now at the end of this race. It's already, it's not even going to let him finish the race there. So that was race one. Like I say, awkward track in the wets. I didn't realise it was in the wets last week. Yeah, no runoff as well. Dangerous. So plenty of places to get it wrong. Let's hope race 2 reverse grid. There is no chaos into turn 1. It is going to be a ridiculously quick corner. As I say, one of the longest straights on the game, and they do start from about 2/3 back, if not 3/4 of the way back from first turn, so they will be absolute race pace by the time they hit it. by which time some of the quicker drivers from race 1 will have made their way into the pack of drivers in up front, maybe 6 or 7 wide into turn 1. Let's have a look. When it's downloaded. So they don't start with a full tank for this one, so they will have to pit. Strategy is going to play a big part. If they get too leery in those worn out tyres with this kind of length race, as you can see, that was only a 9-lapper. Any more than that, and yeah, there's going to be some pirouettes. There's going to be some people prying their car out the barriers. Or Japan's going to have to come and paint a load of walls. 99%. Here we go. So race 2, reverse grid. So I'll put MRC dangly balls at the start. Let's see how he gets off the line in that great big Ford GT. It's a lovely looking car, just looks a bit of a lumbering thing. So dangly balls at the start. Nick H in second, Purcell third, Chrome Dix fourth, MRC Buddy fifth, Shadow Realm sixth, Silver Carter seventh, Diablo eighth, Arvin Motorsport ninth, Pav in 10th, Jambu 11th, Potomac Pot in 12th, and MRC Bobby in 13th. Let's stick with P1 dangly balls. So I can't see the lights, nor can you, so they're away. It's not a bad start from dangly balls either. Stick in this camera angle so we can kind of try and see what's happening in the pack behind. A bit of melee. The drivers slotting into position to try and gain a slipstream down this ridiculously long start finish straight. That is about 2/3 of the way down the start. So Purcell then already closing the gap on dangly balls down here. Goes down the inside to take P1 for the turn. Nick H and Chrome Dix side by side as well, battling out into turn 1. Who's going to win out in that fight? Looks like Chrome Dix is going to take it. Behind Silver Carter into 5th, then Diablo, Shadow Realm 6th, Diablo 7th, Jambu into 8th. Oh, a little bit of contact between himself and RV Motorsports. Side by side then as they head into this wiggly section of the track. MRC Bobby into 10th. Got MRC Buddy in 11th. The Aston, just a bit of a concertina effect through there. So MRC Bobby losing out, Buddy coming through then. Bobby's trying to run him back around the outside, or he catches the wall on the exit. To get that position next to him though, goes down the inside. Buddy now runs wide, he catches the wall. Potts had to take evading action, and Pav 46 now at the back of the pack. Right, let's go and see what's happening up front. That's the wrong button. Leading the way, he's got about a second and a half on dangly balls in second, now being pressured by Chrome Dix in that second position. It's getting the job done into the hairpin. Balls having to go massively wide through there. On track through there. Being very respectful there, giving plenty of room to Chrome Dix to come through. Silver Carter holding on to 4th, then being pressured by Nick H and Diablo down here. Sports not that far off this fight, so it's 3 versus 2 Mercedes down here. Start at the end of that race, let's see what he can do in race 2. Let's see if Nick H can go back at him using toe. Diablo 6th, then RB Motorsport in 7th. Jambu, you can see him in 8th. Bobby in 9th. There he is. So slightly different time of day, so the weather is different. Less water. It's actually raining, but there's water on the track. All on the intermediate in this race, yes they are. Obviously Bobby in 9th, then Pot in 10th. Trying to battle their way through the back of the pack. Pav in 11th now. He's got himself back to MRC Buddy and Shadow Realm. So Buddy up into 12th. What's happened to Shadow Realm? Oh, Shadow Realm is all over the shop, so possibly smashed it into the wall and had to drop in the pits to get that repaired. And he's now got, I'd say, 20 seconds gap back to MRC Buddy. So Chromedix then through to take Perzel not holding on to it for that long. Z4, we know from race 1, is pretty quick. We saw Diablo going for a bit of a storm through the pack at the halfway point. So holding on to second, Danny Balls holding on to third. To this hairpin. Diablo's got himself into 4th already. That far off Dangly Balls. He's got past Dangly Balls. Dangly Balls done it again. I'm not sure whether he outbraked himself or just gave Diablo enough room to go back past him. So Diablo not getting the best exit out of hairpin. He's dropped back in the slipstream of Diablo Dangly Balls. Not under too much pressure from the drivers behind. So we've got a big train of cars. Silver Carter leading these ends. Silver Carter in 5th. Nick H in 6th. For the move on Silver already. Jambu in 7th. Bobby Motorsports 8th. MRC Bobby in 9th. Pav 10th. He's got himself Potter and Potter in 11th. MRC Buddy in 12th. Big train of drivers all together there. F4 Shadow Realm. Yeah, big chunk missing down there. You can see the gap down that start-finish straight. He's a long way off. He's got the full wet tyres on as well, as has Perzel. A bit of a fight with Chromedix to get that position back. Chromedix on the intermediates. Diablo then back past Dangly Balls up into 3rd. Using that slipstream down the start finish straight to regain that position off of him. Lots of different variants. Oh, Dangly Balls catching the ball. Exit of that turn. Lots of different variants on the Tokyo circuit. This is the missed outer loop. That means somebody said to me, you know, what track is this? And I'll tell you it's Tokyo Expressway, and then I'll made the rest up. So yeah, there's a few different variants, central loop, all sorts of stuff. Perzel then holding that P1 position after a little battle with Chromedix. So everyone's holding plenty of fuel at the minute, no one's looking too damaged by the look of it. Ball's holding on to that 4th. MRC Bobby pushed his way all the way up to 5th already. So great race 1, Bob. Pressure on the drivers in front and get past them. He's got Diablo also in another Z4 in front. Who knows? Faster than race 1. Deal with him at least. Closing in on Dangly Balls already is Bobby. So Jambu in 6th, not that far back off from Bob. Motorsports 7th. Battling out side by side with Silver Carter as they come down this start-finish straight already. 3 wide coming up there. Almost, yes they were 3 wide. So Pots, Pav, possibly 4 wide coming up to that. Silver Carter, Pav, Potter, Potts and MRC Buddy then 4 wide coming down that start finish straight. You can see it on camera due to the spray. Pot winning out in the end. He slots himself into 8th position. slots it into 9th, silver car to 10th, and RC Buddy in 11th. So some great driving tonight, these wet conditions. Me, I'd have been spinning off about 3 laps ago. So Shadow Realm then in 12th. Oh, we've lost a driver. Who have we lost? Who have we lost? Oh, he did. Why didn't he show it up? It says he's on track. And it just flicks to Chrome Dix. How bizarre. See if we can spot him as we go round, but for some reason he's not actually showing up. My leaderboard on the left there for some reason. You can see him on track. Then back out from Purcell. Pit, he's lost those positions. And Chrome Dix got past him. I think he's put some special Australian gas in that tonight. Some high octane hillbilly, Australian hillbilly, whatever they're called, juice. Oh, saying that, must have given Purcell a little bit, because Purcell come back at him down this start-finish straight. So side by side through turn 1, between these two drivers. Diablo not quite gaining that though, he's dragging it down the wall to try and avoid contact with Purcell through there. Just win out the exit of turn 2, so holds on to second position, Purcell third. Still right on Diablo's tail though. 5 and 13 we're on. Still on driver. Go on board with this man. He looks to try and get his way past now. As Diablo loses the tail end of that BMW and just allows Purcell to come sneaking through, take that position back off of him. Time through there is Diablo. These two fighting is just going to allow RC Bobby to slowly close up on this fight. Where's Bob? Yeah, not that far back actually, closing up under braking is Bobby. So from the back of the pack he's up to 4th already. Right there with Diablo and Purcell now in that fight. Well, Chrome Dix has pulled off down the road a little bit. He's got about 3 or 4 second lead actually, this Chrome Dix. So Z4. He's got nothing to worry about in front, no drivers to try and avoid. Second then, Bobby has got himself past. I think Diablo's coming to pits. So Bobby up into 3rd then. He's yet to pit, he's going to stick another lap in. He's got enough fuel on board. Jambu in 4th then, both on pit. RV Motorsports hounding him for that position though as they head up to turn 1. Jambu holding on. There's a tight line through there. Block off the attack from RV Motorsports. Drift the Ferrari through there. Now a little bit more stable than Purcell. Purcell was sliding it through there last race. Sorry, no, it was Jambu. Yeah, it was Jambu. Motorsports literally pushing Jambu around these turns. Great bit of driving. Kind of stuff we like to see at these events, giving each other plenty of respect. You've seen that's pretty much that whole wiggly section at the back. RV Motorsport's been bolted onto the back end of Jambu. There's not been a tiny bit of contact between them. I don't think either of them's actually kicked the ball. Now having a look down the inside, not quite able to do that into the hairpin, so hangs on to fourth for the minute, does Jambu. Let's have a flick through then. So Chromdig's in the lead by a fair chunk at the minute. MRC Bobby into second, and the other Z4. Purzel in the Ferrari. We are going to start seeing drivers come in the pits now. So Chromdig's in. MRC Bobby better come in. If he doesn't, he's going to be upset. So he comes in. Purzel's in. Jambu in. RV Motorsport in. Potterman Potts stays out. So Potterman Potts saving a bit of fuel then. Taking the lead of this race. He's got more fuel on board than Bobby had. So Chromdig's back out the pits. He's now got, let's say, about 7 or 8 seconds to Potter in front, if not more. He's heading now at pit speed, whereas Potter was coming down there at full chat. 7 of 13. Diablo and Jambu and Purzel, father and son, battling it out for positions up there. These two race side by side, they're shouting sentences at each other. Dangly Ball's 8th, then Silver Carter 9th. MRC Dangly Ball in 10th, Pav 11th, Shadow Realm 12th. Yeah, so we have lost Nick H then, even though he was on my screen, but not on my screen. He's now definitely not on my screen. So Potterman Pot then, taking the lead of this race, saving a bit of fuel for those first 6 laps. And he's now got a fair old chunk of time. Let's have a little look here, see what kind of time he's got. About 10 or 11 seconds. Hard on the brakes into this hairpin. So is Potter going to brave it for another lap? Oh, I would have thought he's going to come in this lap. So his driver's just coming around the hairpin now. So the pit's not that long actually, it's just directly along here. Looks like Potter is coming in though. So he'll have to take on slightly less fuel than the drivers behind. Pit entrance, he's going to regain the lead. RV Motorsport comes through as well. Potterman still taking on board fuel, he's now been released, so drops out 5th. Positions here though. So Purzel and Jambu sweeping through then. Like I say, coming at absolute race pace, whereas Potter's just left the pit. So Potter drops back into this race in 7th. But I would expect he's holding a little bit less fuel than everyone else, and his tyres will be 1 lap better. RV Motorsport maybe taking on board fuel, but he's not stopped for tyres. So he's still out of the intermediates he started with. Both set intermediates, 3/4 of a tank. RC Bobby is just under 3/4 of a tank and a fresh set of wets. Z4 versus Z4, and here we've got Ferrari versus Ferrari, Jambu versus Purzel. Intermediates and intermediate, both holding just under 3/4 of a tank. And then we jump to Potter. Potter's put a fresh set of intermediates on, he's got just over half a tank. So his car will be slightly lighter. We'll be able to get the corners a little bit smoother than the drivers holding a bit more fuel. See, putting the pressure on these 2 Ferrari drivers already. MRC Woody in 9th. Ball's 10th. Silver Carter in 11th now. And Shadow Realm down in 12th. Sharagon was there, did pick up damage early on in the race, came in to get that repaired, lost a lot of time to the drivers in front. Easy done here. So a bit of water on the track. Just changed the whole physics of the car coming into the corner really. Have to brake a lot earlier, but a lot more tentative with gas on the way out. So Motorsport then starting to pile the pressure on Chrome Dix in front, even though he's on the worn out intermediates. Diablo holds on to third, managed to fend off MRC Bobby for that last lap. So both of these drivers in the Z4, Chrome Dix also in the Z4. So working quite well around here. It seems that all the BMWs seem to be working well here tonight. Great liveries on the cars as well, put on by the guys. So it's difficult to see around this track. The camera angles are so tight, you can see that every camera angle is pretty much against the side of the road. So you get a quick glimpse depending on where the camera is and where it's bolted to. Yeah, not the best for camera angles this track. So Motorsport then, all over Chrome Dix for that first position. To the end of lap 9, he goes down the inside into the hairpin. Oh, not quite able to get the job done. Chrome Dix just out braking a little bit later than RV Motorsport. So RV Motorsport decided not to change tyres. He's stuck on those intermediates. So a little bit worn at the back, but he obviously feels comfortable with them. Just coming around to start lap 10 then. Riding the slipstream, Chrome Dix as we head down here. Shoots himself out. Dix just holds on to that position at the minute. RV Motorsport not quite able to get past him through there. Chucking up a little bit of rain then. Still on the tail of Chrome Dix through this awkward back half of the track. Still looking quick is RV Motorsports. The car still looks quite planted on those worn out intermediates. He's going for a move down the inside on Chrome Dix. Some roll through there, gets the job done. Chrome Dix then having to duck into second position. Not that you can see him in that rear view camera. Jesus. So RV Motorsports on the worn out inters, chucks himself into P1, pulls a bit of a gap over Chrome Dix as well. Let's see how he gets on. Coming down to this hairpin again, coming around to finish lap 10. Diablo holding on to third, pulled a bit of a gap from MRC Bobby now. Again, intermediates versus wet tyres between the two Z4s. Intermediates seem to be the choice of this race. Putting a pot on the inters as well, closing in on MRC Bobby. Let's just see if we can see how close Bobby is. Comes round the hairpin then. Still awkward down this the exit of that little kink. Wet weather, just still throw your car out wide, you can catch that barrier. Bob's still a fair old chunk in front of Potter, got a few seconds. 6 seconds in front. Perhaps a fair old chunk back from Potter. Just distance to about 8 seconds between Potter and Pav. So Pav getting into Perzel as well. MRC Buddy piling the pressure on the Ferrari driver. Jambu all sorts of grief this last couple of laps. See Buddy then, they are 3 wide again. Jambu and Buddy getting past Purcell there. Purcell's go back up the inside. I think he's a little bit too far back to get that done. Yeah, chucks himself back out into the racing line. Yes. Buddy keep that 8th position at the minute. Buddy catches the wall through turn 1. Turn 2. Apply the pressure back on Jambu then for that 7th. Purcell in 9th, then back towards 10th. He's got Silver Carter pretty close actually. So that could be another position change here. Shadow Rob still a good chunk back from the rest of the drivers. Yeah, it's a shame he picked up that damage. Kept it clean ever since. That's all it takes. So RV Motorsport looks like he's lost the back end of that car somewhere. It's like Chrome Dix and Diablo to close up on him a little bit. Yeah, Diablo come to the end of this race. He's piling the pressure on those drivers in front again. Clean exit out the hairpin. Diablo piling the pressure on Chrome Dix through there, taking 2nd place already. So Chrome Dix losing the tail end of his BMW, allowing Diablo through. Diablo now in the slipstream of the Mercedes as they head down this long start finish straight. I would expect to see Diablo take this position. So RV Motorsport hasn't really the pits. They've decided to go for a change of tyres. It just allows Diablo up into P1. Chrome Dix is coming back at him with his own slipstream though. So into lap 12. Diablo get that position back. See the other 2 Z4s fight it out. MRC Bobby then just coming into turn 1, another of the Z4 drivers. Yeah, they seem to like this track. Bottom and Potts. WM6 in 4th. Jambu, RV Motorsports and Pav now battling it out for 5th. Jambu just holding on to that at the minute, although RV Motorsports got a fresh set of tyres on. Oh, he's got a big chunk of front end damage though. Those tyres are going to help him out. Pav's looking pretty fighty, trying to get past him. What's that on the intermediates? Bumper stuff between those 2 drivers. Another clip of the wall for RV Motorsport there. Unfortunately, not able to take advantage. So then into 8th, a little bit of a gap from Purcell as well. Pile the pressure on Pav and Jambu, RV Motorsport in front. You can see he's closing the gap actually, Buddy. Coming around to finish this lap 12 then, final lap coming up. Yeah, Buddy right on the back of these drivers now. Oh, Pav's just lost the tail end that BMW. Just kept it out of the wall, but he's lost all sorts of speed. So he's out of the fight now. Buddy's going to come through. Maybe he's not. So Buddy then, side by side down this start finish straight. Pav seems to have the advantage slightly. So this is going to be interesting into turn 1. Buddy just pulling ahead a little bit. Takes the position then for the first turn. Closes in on RV Motorsport as well at the same time, but he has to hold on to that 8th position. Purcell then 9th, Silver Carter just coming up to turn 1 now in 10th. Dangly Balls in 11th. Shadow Road in 12th. So Chrome Dix holds on to the lead. He's only a little kid, this guy, unfortunately. He's all the pros up. I think he's 13, I believe. He's got good racecraft, this kid. He's not losing his mind when someone overtakes him or gives him a little nudge or a bump. Yeah, he's going to be a force to be reckoned with, this kid. But we've got Diablo side by side, not quite. We'll head down to this final hairpin. It's battle of the Z4s here. Who's going to win out? Diablo and Chromedix. The Australian versus the youth. Oh, sliding it through there, Chromedix. Tail happy as well. Oh, Diablo then put his foot down too much. Oh, he spun the back end of that car out. He's put himself in the barrier. After all the hard work, getting himself up the front, he's just losing positions left, right and centre as Diablo. He's losing all sorts of speed. Comes back on the track in 5th. Might just hold on to that, although he's got RV Motorsport and MRC Buddy Pav coming at him pretty quickly. It's such a shame. I've missed the lead. Chromedix does take the win then. MRC Bobby comes home second after Diablo's into the wall incident. Potomac Pot third. Jambu in 4th, Diablo comes home 5th in the end. RV Motorsport 6th, MRC Buddy 7th, Pav 46 in 8th, Perzel 9th, Silver Carter just coming across the line now then for 10th position. Daggedy Ball's going to come home in 11th. And unfortunately I don't think we're going to see Shadow Realm come across the line. It might cut him off before he actually comes across the line. Down in 12th. Yeah, we lost a driver tonight, Neil H. Not sure what happened there. Or is he going to let Shadow Realm cross the line? Or is he going to blank him out right as he gets there? And there it is. So Shadow Realm taking that 12th. And yeah, some really, really good racing in that, I've got to say. You boys better be worried about that Chromedix. Like I say, 13 years old and he's driving like that. Well, what can I say, boys? You just pack it up, get the knitting out. Yeah, some cocoa. That's you lot done. All right. That's the new generation coming through. You lot are done. So that was round 4 of Next Gen Racing's team versus team event. Depending on what actual time it is now, I don't bloody know. It is 7:30. Give it an hour, we'll be back for round 5. Yeah, so I've just had a bit of struggle trying to catch up with all these races with one thing and another. PC blowing up and yeah, pulling my hair out and work and just a bit of chaos. But yeah, I've all caught up now. I've just got tonight's race to go. And then I've got another new series tomorrow night, GR2s with P1 boys. I'm in no position to read the details out on that at the minute because they're too far away. So yeah, give me an hour. I will be back for round 5 of the Next Gen Team versus Team GR3 event. Come and check it out. You know what's coming next. Tell your mates, tell your mum. My name's darksmoka. I'm out of here.